Good afternoon, everyone. Pastor Ron Brown here with Pastor Lori Histart from the First Congregational Church in Southington, Connecticut for a preview of our worship service and another special event coming up.
So this upcoming Sunday, November 10th, we gather for worship first in the Barnes Memorial Chapel at 8 o'clock. Our chapel service is a brief worship service, an opportunity to gather together early Sunday morning to sing a hymn, to celebrate the sacrament of communion, and hear Pastor Ron's sermon. And so we invite you to join us 8 a.m. on Sunday morning in the Barnes Memorial Chapel. We continue worship on Sunday morning with our 10:15 service here in our historic meeting house. Our 10:15 service features a variety of music styles, both our Prism Choir, branches, and the band. And so there's a little something for everyone with our music during our 10:15 service. We invite our youth to go directly to church school this Sunday. And then if you have a child under that's in younger than sixth grade, so fifth grade or younger, to start with you in the meeting house. Then they will go off to an age-appropriate church school lesson after the Holy Surprise. And we do live stream our 10:15 service, so you can join us virtually on Sunday morning, or it is archived to watch later in the week.
So this fall we have been reading from the Old Testament during worship, kind of an arc of some of the history of the Old Testament, beginning with Genesis up through passage last week from 1 Kings. This week we remain in the Old Testament, but we're going to move to some of the prophetic literature we find there. This week we're going to be reading from the book of Jonah. Now, Jonah is a famous story about a big fish and a prophet who tries to run away from God. Turns out it's a story that we have dealt with in worship several times over the last couple of years. In fact, my sermon title for Sunday is Jonah Again. But this week I want to focus on the last part of the story, the fourth chapter of Jonah, which is set after Jonah has eventually gone and preached to the enemy Ninevites, and they have repented. So Jonah goes and sits on the side of a hill to see what God will do. And it's really a fascinating story of what happens there. So I'll be talking about that this week, and hopefully we'll have a good time thinking and talking about Jonah once again.
And we wanted to extend one more invitation to you. So this evening at 6 p.m. on Zoom, Pastor Ron and I are co-leading a prayer service, a pre-election prayer service. And so if you are feeling anxious about the election tomorrow, or just want to gather together with others in prayer, we invite you to join us at 6 p.m. this evening. Please contact one of us by email if you would like the Zoom link, if you haven't received it already. And this is just an opportunity to gather together to pray for peaceful elections tomorrow. And so we hope that you will join us if you're able, otherwise just to join us in a spirit of prayer.
So we also encourage you, please, if you haven't already, to go vote tomorrow, and we hope to see you this weekend.
God bless.